Good morning. This is the fridge that the report said was in poor condition, and also said that the engineer said, Colin, said that it needed to have a new condenser. As you can see, the fridge is actually in very good condition. It's 11 years old, but it's clean, and in fact there's nothing wrong with this fridge at all as far as I can see physically. If I turn it on, just on a low setting, you'll hear the condenser comes on, and also the back of the fridge, just here, does cool down quite quickly. And what happens is, after about 5 minutes, it seems that the thermostat kicks in, because the fridge at the top, the other fridge we have, which works perfectly, when I turned the thermostat down low, I had the same clicking noise happen that happens with this one. It's still rolling. You can perhaps hear the machine working. You can hear the condenser working in the back. And this is set very low. As you can see, it's only set on 1 or 2. But it doesn't seem to matter what the thermostat is set to. Once this gets cold, it's starting to get cold now. I can start to feel it cooling down now. You can just maybe start to see some condensation on the back there. On the back here. Yeah, that's cool now. In really just a few seconds. So it seems the condenser's working. It seems to me, having tried this now with both the fridge at the top that I just showed you and this fridge at the bottom here, it seems that there's something shutting the motor off, and it sounds like it's a thermostat, because when it clicks in a few minutes time, that's 2 minutes 22 now, probably about 2 minutes since we've actually had the fridge switched on. When it clicks at about 5 minutes or so, in about 5 minutes, it seems that the thermostat is shutting the machine down. Now, before I reported the fault, the fridge was always cool, but not cold, and that was my problem. I thought perhaps it was there was something else wrong with the fridge, and of course it could be the thermostat. When the engineer also came, he told me that he pointed at the back here at the fridge and said this was blown, and said this is probably full of ice, and he also said that the gas had probably escaped. Now, all those things are just total rubbish. Right, that's actually getting quite cold now at the back. Yeah, it's getting quite cold. Yet again, we're only now 3 minutes into the fridge being switched on. And you can just hear the fridge working in the background. I carry on running this. I'd go forward to the end of the video, and you'll hear it click, because I'll stop just after it clicks. But you'll hear a clicking noise. It won't just stop, which is what the engineer, Colin, said it was doing. It seems it's the thermostat switching it off. It seems to me. Now, I could be wrong. Okay, I'm not a fridge engineer, which is why I hired you guys. But I'm not just having this fridge written off without it being tested properly. And it seems to me that the easy option is to write it off and say I need a new fridge. And that way no more time needs to be spent on this. I think this is fixable. The other fridge at the top works perfectly. You can hear this rolling now. It's really getting nice and cold at the back. Yeah, nice and cold at the back now. just keeping quiet so you can hear the click when it happens. So the condenser's still running. This is now getting very cold at the back. In fact, a little bit of ice, there's some ice forming. There's some ice forming just here, which is what you'd expect, of course. There you go. That's just clicked. Now that sounds just like the thermostat in the top fridge. That was a clicking that came from here, and not from down in the where the condenser is. So please, I want someone to relook at this, because I think it's something else. It's not the condenser. The condenser is actually working. And all I heard yesterday, frankly, was some opinions which I had found it very hard to believe from your engineer, Colin. Maybe he's not very experienced in these fridges, and I'm prepared to cut the guy some slack. But having thought about this afterwards, it really doesn't make sense that it's a write-off. So please come back to me. Thank you.